So here we are at a beautiful Miracle Motor Speedway lake. Well, maybe it's not a lake. Maybe it's a pond. Yeah, it's a pond. There's obviously a lot of clay underneath all these rocks and everything, because this will be here for a while. And when I was talking about all the little bitty rocks around the track, I was not talking about the topsoil here. It's probably 20%, it's probably 80% less rocks than what we got out here on the track. And that's probably a foot and a half in the middle of that. So if we get all this scooped up and transferred to the middle of this track, I think it'll be amazing as far as we'll be able to race right away, because when you have that kind of banking, it'll run off right into the middle. And it is very sticky. We have tested some of this dirt and made clumps out of it, and it becomes just as hard as a rock. And I think it'll make it really fast. Getting it smooth will be a definite challenge, but I think we can do it with enough practice. And maybe we don't get running this year, that's fine. Maybe we don't get running next year, that's fine too. But we're looking for some help. If anybody wants to come out and help and make this thing happen, they're more than welcome to. Just get a hold of me. We're on Facebook and of course YouTube here. So that gives you avenues and how to get a hold of me. We've taken 4 of those stacks of pallets and moved them around the corner. We're going to make that just in a nice corner, have the same amount on both angles of that, and that'll give us free up some space on the rest of it, and we can clear out all of that into that corner. If you can see the stop sign back there, that's where the corner is. But we'll clean all this up. It's a slow process, but it's just one guy doing all the work, and as time goes on, we'll get this all done. Right now I'm saving up money, and if you want to help with GoFundMe, you can go to Miracle Motor Speedway, and we can make it happen a little bit faster if we have a little bit of money to get a skid steer to get some of these bigger rocks out of here. And hopefully it'll dry out before too long, because I'm seeing stuff that's completely gone that's in here. And if you listen, we have frogs. Isn't that great? And they don't care that I'm here or not. That's awesome. See if we can make one jump. Oh, he's getting quiet now. Up on top of him. But that must have been a heck of a rain we had. That's a lot of water. But here's where we want to extend the back chute, just like 30 to 50 feet, and that'll help get this rounded just a little bit better, so that we got a better run down the front chute, which is actually going to be the back chute, because I think we're going to put the start finish line right there, and we can still have the concession stand right there with a scoring tower right above it, and they have a better shot at looking at the start finish line. I don't know, doesn't matter. We'll decide that when the time comes, but right now we're just going to keep doing what I can do with what I have. And so we're hoping to get this all cleared out right down here, because it'll make it look better and it's free advertisement. We get that cleaned out, people can see the track easier. And there's our little froggy. Well, it happened again. I happen to have the short straw. So I'm the promoter guy, and today I'm promoting Jesus. This is the first time I've ever done this or anything like this. I'm not really good at this kind of thing, but God will make it reach people that need to hear it, that want to hear it, and that are willing to accept it. But Miracle Motor Speedway happened with a lot of miracles that happened to make this happen. And we're not even close to finish yet. And it's been a long road. We came here to Wheatland, Missouri from Kansas City, Missouri, and we bought 13.25 acres of property down here. And we're right on B Highway, as you can tell, cars going by. I don't know if you can see it with that camera angle, but right here is wooded area, and it splits the homestead side from the racetrack side. So today we're going to be over here. We're going to work some more on the pallets down in the corner to get them stacked up so that we can do some more work on the fence line. We'll get the lawnmower man out, and he got the short straw on that deal, because that is not fun. It is not fun at all. But anyway, is what we're doing today is we're talking about Jesus and how I was looking for why I am here, down here in Wheatland, Missouri, and why he placed me here, because I didn't know. I just felt like this is what I was supposed to do, and this is one of his missions that he's wanting to use to reach out to people. And I don't know who he's reaching out to or why he's reaching out to them, but I know he is, and I know he's going to continue to do that through this ministry. So that being said, I think that part of the reason why he's wanting to use me is because I speak the language of racing, which we're weird. But as my new preacher said, God uses weird people to do weird things. And so we're doing a weird thing here. So for me anyway, so we'll just start this right now. I know I'm a little nervous because I feel the pressure of doing this absolutely correct. So I got some notes, and I'm going to use Genesis 2:4-7 and Galatians 5:16-26 to deliver this message. Okay, we'll start off with Genesis 2:4-7. This is the account of the heavens and the earth when they were created. When the Lord made the earth and the heavens, and no shrub of the field had yet appeared on the earth, and no plant of the field had sprung up yet. For the Lord had not sent rain on the earth, and there was no man to work the ground. but streams came up from the earth and watered the whole surface of the earth. The Lord God formed the man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. Okay, so as what we've learned from Genesis is that Adam was made from the dust of the earth. Then God breathed life into it. So is what I kind of tend to reference that as our bodies are our race car, our dirt cart, or what have you. And then our souls are breathed into us. And that soul is the driver of this race car. And this race car wants to fly off the track. So we're having to steer this thing. And every once in a while we'll have a rock maybe. Hopefully not. Or we'll have another cart spun out in front of us. There's things that are going to come up in our path, and we have to steer around all of that and make sure that we still hold this pretty wheel. You know, we got to drive it right so that we can be the most effective. So we have to drive our cars the way we want to win the race, which, you know, that's a famous passage in the Bible too, about running the race of life. So these cars driving by makes it really tough, but it doesn't matter. So what we need next is a spotter, you know, somebody that's looking ahead of us, that has a better perspective of what's going on. Because let's face it, when you got a helmet on and you're in the seat and you're steering that thing, it makes it hard to get the big picture because you're real low either in the race car or cart, dirt cart, and trying to hold your head up. Boy, that's a bear in these dirt carts. Believe it or not, there's a lot of G-force and it's hard on your neck. And kart racing has taught me that, you know, they call that falling out of the seat, when you kind of lose all your strength and everything. Because when I drove a dirt cart for the first time, I was very surprised in the grip it had and the G-forces it had going into the corners and turning and going the other direction. I got to have a perspective of what dirt kart racing is, which is really good, because that'll help me in different ways as far as running this track, because I actually have some experience. So, not very much, mind you, but a very little bit of experience. So anyway, you've got all these things happening inside that helmet, and you're trying to see all this stuff. Well, it's really hard to see all this stuff happening because you're sitting low. You got all these G-forces. Your body's just going through all this stuff, and that being said, we'll see the lawnmower man here after a while.
Hi, it's me, Norma. Hey, if you'd like to like our videos and subscribe and share them, that would be great. And we also have a GoFundMe account if you'd like to participate in that as well.
I'm the lawnmower man. That's what I am. I'm not a pallet pusher. That's what they've reduced me to, is a pallet pusher. Well, let's get her done.
See that right there? That's called sweat. That's a bunch of crap. I shouldn't be sweating on this. I should be riding my lawnmower.